Mike here from Movie Reviews by South Norm. We're coming to you to talk about Rogue One. Feel I gotta do this. Feel it should have been done a little while ago because Andor's dropping today. So I probably should talk about Rogue One. Rewatched it, and it holds up still. I had high regards for this one. Second best Star Wars movie, at least. Between that and Empire, I waffle. Which one's better? In my rankings, I put New Hope first, Empire second, Rogue One third. A New Hope's only first because without A New Hope, we don't got anything. But in terms of just filmmaking, story, and overall quality of movie, A New Hope is not the best. It's either Rogue One or Empire. Depending on the day, my choice will change. But the Rogue One follows the story of Jyn Erso and Cassian Andor as they try to get plans to destroy the Death Star back to the rebels. Jyn Erso's father, Galen Erso, had created the Death Star, but he left a little design flaw in the reactor core where 2 photon torpedoes precisely shot would blow up the whole thing. Imagine that. So we follow that storyline where she's kidnapped. As a child, she watched her mom get killed, her dad get kidnapped, and she has to hide. Saw Gerrera helps her out. They go to Jedha, where all the Jedi crystals are mined, and they find an Imperial pilot who kind of defects to get him these plans for Eadu, where there's something special stored there. They don't know what. Then they gives them the flight pattern to get in there and destroy whatever's on Eadu. And Vader's kind of in this briefly. Same with Tarkin, kind of briefly in it. And it's just interesting because this whole pre-Skywalker saga story, it takes place after the prequels, yes, but before A New Hope. It's like right before A New Hope, like it ends, A New Hope would start type deal. So the established storylines of the fighting isn't there, like, cause the prequel isn't. They don't have the same. What I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's not the same empire. It's like that's like the Empire's birth is the prequels, and what we have in A New Hope in that is like truly the Empire that gets destroyed. Like Palpatine is fully immersed in his all-encompassing power. Stop pretending that he's a senator and all that fun stuff. So Rogue One is just like, it's very much a war movie, if you will. Like Star Wars, it's like they got the fight scenes and all that, but Rogue One is on the ground, gritty war. And just the story it tells, it's so complete. That's why there's like not a sequel. There's no Rogue 2. It's going to have all the same people. Because the ending of Rogue One, spoiler alert, Jyn Erso and Cassian Andor are on Scarif watching the city they're in blow up, the base they're in blow up. I don't think they blow up the whole planet. I think they just like do a half measure and blow up the base and kill everyone there just to squash the leak. Because they do the same thing in Jedha. They just blow up the city. They don't blow up the whole planet. Which is kind of an interesting thing with the Death Star. Like, it's full power. It can destroy whole freaking planets. But they can tune it just right to be like, okay, this city's X amount of size. Boom. City's gone. Planet's fine. Just kind of cool little twist on the Death Star. Like little... The word eludes me, but it's a nice little addition to what the Death Star can do. Because before that, it's kind of like you look at the Death Star, you're like, this seems impractical. Just like the thing from the 7, 8, 9 movies there, where it has to suck in the power of like a sun and blow up a planet. It seems impractical. But it's the Empire. I guess they don't care. Money's no object to them because they control everything. But yeah, Rogue One. It's just such a great movie overall. Yeah, it was nominated for some Oscars, for most likely special effects and sound editing, one of those two. But what it adds to the lore, it's so good in every aspect. The storytelling it has, like the of Cassian meeting Jin, and like he's kind of still working in his own mind, like it's his own battle. But then he finally realizes, like, with this band of rebels, we can do more. And the rebels are still hesitant to do like anything but like a half measure guerrilla type attack. And this kind of spurs them into bigger thinking, I feel, because Jin convinces this band of people to go to Scarif, the Rogue One ship, if you will, to get these plans that her father told her about before he gets shot on Edu. Spoiler again, sorry, I didn't talk about it earlier. He's like, there's these plans that go to Scarif, and they're in this base. Like, go get them, transmit them. Like, people need to know this. It'll end the war, save millions of lives, type deal. Then he dies, and then the Empire starts blowing up Edu. Like, anytime, that's the Empire's motive. Like, blow up anything, squash the leak, blow it up. Lives don't matter as long as the information will get out. So Rogue One is it's so good. It's worth the watch. If you've never seen it, it's on Disney Plus. I highly recommend Rogue One if you're a Star Wars fan. If you're new to Star Wars and you're like kind of still getting your feet wet, you've seen the last few movies there, the J.J. Abrams, Rian Johnson movies, and you're like, this is cool. I don't know how much I want to get into it. Check out Rogue One. Just watch that, and then watch them in order. So skip the prequels to start. Save those. Watch Rogue One, A New Hope, Empire, Jedi. Then rewatch the J.J. Abrams, Rian Johnson one. Then you can go back and watch the prequels. That might be a good order for you. Don't watch the prequels first. Prequels are good in their own right. Like, it's all Star Wars. It's all good if you're a Star Wars fan. But check out Rogue One on Disney Plus. It's worth the watch. Shot well, great story. It's a different style of Star Wars story because it's not a Skywalker saga story. But yeah, check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Check out Andor. Check out Rogue One. Check out my video on Andor coming soon. Check me out on the Hold On Maneuver podcast as well. Link in the description for that. You guys are awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.